Who's up for some Latin dancing?
And are we brainwashed to expect a theme park visit to be expensive?
This is episode 526 of the Unofficial Universal Orlando Podcast. Hello everyone, welcome to another show. It is me, your host for the evening, Tracy. With me, I have Lee.
Back at home. It's not as exciting as the last one.
No, I'm pretending I'm still there.
Hey, 9 weeks today as we're recording, so it's cool.
Okay. Hello to you too. And that little laugh you can hear is Michelle. Hello.
Hello, everybody.
And we have no Chris.
No, because he's doing Horror Night again.
We don't like him. We've sacked him.
Hey, at least you guys have all done it. I haven't even made it there.
Yeah,
so
but that's the
hush
thing,
your
man.
mouth.
You've got that to look forward to. Ours is done now.
That's
I'm
true.
so jealous.
I'm very jealous.
That's true.
I want to go up for a month next
That's
time.
okay. I was jealous the past 2 weeks, so we're all good.
So good.
But next trip I've got Christmas!
Christmas. Oh, Lee, edit that out. I can't wait. It's killing me that it's so long till you go because I'm desperate to talk about it.
I know.
But it is what it is.
It's killing me more.
Yeah, we're having to live vicariously through all the vloggers we watch to keep the houses in the forefront of our minds, so when we talk about them, it's not from like 4 weeks ago. I've got my list, and I'm relatively happy with it.
Good.
Awesome.
Right. Should we crack on?
I mean, we might as well.
Yes. Universal Orlando Resort guests can now enjoy a brand new street show at Universal Studios Florida. Vamos, Bailalo. Kicking off just in time for Hispanic Heritage Month and running beyond. A high-energy Latin dance experience with a classic look and modern musical flair. Vamos, Bailalo transforms the New York area. Where's Chris?
Exactly.
Transforms the New York area of the theme park into a vibrant atmosphere filled with Latin flavor as a dozen dancers take to the streets for an energetic 12-minute performance, inviting guests to let loose, get loud, and dance along to the irresistible beats of the music. Afterward, guests can take photos and participate in meet and greets with the performers. Guests can enjoy this new captivating entertainment offering daily at 9 a.m., 10 a.m., 11 a.m., 12 p.m., 1:30 p.m., and 2:30 p.m.
And if you want to see it, there's I've just posted footage that Kayla Roebuck allowed me to use on our Instagram, and it does look pretty cool.
Yes, it really does. I'm just looking at 9 a.m. That's like before my coffee. It's a bit much for before coffee.
Yeah. And let me say, as a former Latin dancer myself in my 20s, a 12-minute performance doing energetic Latin dancing. I mean, these guys have to be crazy, like strong.
Mm-hmm.
You learn something new every day, by the way.
I know.
Latin dancing, Michelle.
Yes, I actually was the professional ballroom dancer. I taught
Wow, we are definitely learning new things. This is why you don't like to walk anymore, because you've done it all back then. I've got my steps in, I'm done.
Was a big-time salsa dancer.
I like salsa.
Performances and lessons and all kinds of fun stuff.
Wow.
But yeah, this is cool. Again, going back to when we had Ali on talking about like ranking the islands or ranking the lands at Universal, she was like New York. New York is the hub of Universal Studios Florida, and again, adding this in, it really is.
Yeah. I mean, for me, this just screams. It's only my favourite bloody musical, West Side Story.
See, a lot of people I haven't seen it. Apparently, it screams In the Heights as well.
I haven't seen that.
Oh yeah.
So yeah. I'm excited for this. And the music that I've heard is really upbeat. And if somebody doesn't like that and doesn't find themselves nodding their head or tapping the feet, there's something the matter with them.
Again, how many times have we said it on here? I just love the fact that Universal keep adding more and more live entertainment. You know, that we complained for the longest time that they took all like the team member driven attractions out, but then they're just pushing them out into the streets now. So I'm more than happy.
It's just another pocket of energy to walk past to like reinvigorate yourself, because it will.
At 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, I'm surprised they're starting it at 9 a.m. I mean, people are just filing into the parks at that point, but
that's probably why then it's that speed bump. So people running in to head to Diagon Alley, it's a speed bump to slow people down moving to the back of the park.
It's slow people down getting to Starbucks to get their morning coffee. That's what it's doing.
Maybe.
Oh, that's okay. They can all go to Starbucks. I'll go to Today Cafe.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. How many times did we go this time? Twice or 3 times? I think I went twice. You went twice. But on separate occasions.
Oh, yeah.
So all together 3 times.
Dare you go without me?
I was hungry. We'll talk
Don't
about
care.
this
I was about
next
to
week.
say, what? You guys separated?
Yeah, we didn't actually spend that much time together.
We'll tell you
Wow.
about that next week. But I had something in the Today Cafe this year that I said to Jess, you need to try this. It is amazing. It's no matcha green tea puff for herb, which we've just found out where they now sell them, even though they're not in there.
We hope. I hope it's don't get my hopes up. If that's just a Horror Nights thing,
Don't
it's green.
say anything because they'll take it away. Anyway.
I'm over it now.
It's
Don't
nice
care.
being able to talk about the parks from a perspective of having been recently rather than from distant memory.
It feels like a distant memory,
It
though.
really does.
It's only been, what, 2 weeks?
I don't even know at this point. Yeah, I think it has been. 2 weeks ago, we were still
Has
there.
it already been 2 weeks?
I know.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Absolutely mental.
Sheesh.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, that's fun. If you go and you enjoy it, got anything to say, want to share any photographs or put on Instagram and tag us, do it, because I'm excited for this. So, and I get to see it soon.
9 weeks.
I can say that.
Yay!
It's crazy. It's like I haven't suffered the Orlando blues at all this time because I think it's because I'm going back. It's weird. Normally, I mean, you guys know what I'm like coming back off an Orlando trip. Miserable as sin.
Yes.
I haven't really had it at all.
To be honest, I thought about doing the laundry and then just put it back in the case.
Well, you've figured out the secret. That's why we always have another trip booked.
Yes.
Always.
Just go every 3 months.
It's not even 3 months. It's like 2.5.
Mental. Crazy. Right. Florida's biggest Christian music festival, Rock the Universe at Universal Orlando Resort, is back for its 25th year, beginning January the 27th through till the 29th.
Well,
Are you excited for that one?
no.
Oh.
Sorry, John.
The Rocking Weekend kicks off Friday night with performances by Grammy-nominated rock band Skillet, Northern Irish folk rock worship band Rend Collective, Dove Award-winning band Bethel Music, and more. The festival continues Saturday night with performances by Grammy Award-winning singer Zach Williams, Billboard #1 Hot Christian Song Artist, we know this name, Matthew West,
Oh, I know him.
and more. For the full weekend lineup, visit rocktheuniverse.com. And beyond the main stage performances, Rock the Universe attendees can rejoice in worship experiences throughout the weekend, including a powerful Sunday morning service to wrap up the faith-filled weekend.
That's a mouthful.
It is. Fans can keep the music flowing in the dedicated fan zone presented by Coca-Cola, featuring live performances from up-and-coming acts like DJ Promote and autograph sessions with participating musical acts.
Awesome.
And tickets to the Christian Music Festival include, tickets to Florida's biggest Christian Music Festival, I should say.
It's probably about the only one, to be fair. But
I don't know. Include admission to spiritual performances and exclusive access to popular Universal Studios Florida attractions during event hours. It starts at $135 per person. A Rock the Universe 3-park Rock Your Weekend ticket includes entrance to both Rock the Universe events, plus 3 days of admission to one theme park per day at Universal Studios Florida, Universal's Islands Adventure, and Universal's Volcano Bay.
just in case you weren't aware of the 3 parks that are there.
I don't think that's bad. Was that 135?
I think that's just like a one ticket. I don't think that's the price of that 3-park ticket.
Oh, okay. Also, be sure, go back and listen to episode 490 to hear Lee and listener John Self and friend of the show, John Self, talk to Matthew West about last year's event.
Yes.
I was gutted to miss
I had
that.
no idea who he was, but then, he's a big deal.
His music's good. I
It's
liked
not my
it.
thing, but yeah.
Good music is good music. So yeah. Go and rock your universe.
I know nothing about any of this.
I only know from literally talking about it on here every year. And again, getting to interview Matthew West.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a religious person at all. But coming off that interview with him last year, it kind of I wanted to be a better person and I wanted to make something of my life.
Well, that didn't last long.
And then I didn't.
But he said he was really nice, didn't he?
Oh, he was lovely.
Yeah.
He was really nice. He just, one of those inspirational people that, like I say, I came off it kind of I feel invigorated. And then 10 minutes later, I was asleep. Not because of him, just because that's my life.
Wow. Okay.
But again, I think we said it before. If this is your thing, what better place to do it?
Yeah.
Awesome.
And apparently it's a popular event.
Yeah.
So
Yep. So.
By the way, I know we didn't talk about it, but that Michelle, I know you said you were going to go. Obviously, you didn't. The behind the music thing, was that what it was called? The Maroon 5 thing apparently was a bleep show. Apparently, it didn't go very well.
Really?
Apparently so. I was talking to Chris about it, and he heard not very good things about it.
I wonder
Apparently
why.
It was a bit of a mess.
Huh. Well, now I wish I had gone.
We should have our good friend Kirsty, who's, I think, just come back over to Scotland. Maybe. I'm sure she went. Anyway, what are you Googling?
Oh, yeah. That name's a bit muddy at the moment, isn't it?
Who?
Maroon 5s.
I don't really know what's going on. I just keep seeing all these memes about your body or something. I have no idea what it is.
Somebody's being a naughty boy.
Okay. Anyway.
Well, yeah.
Well, not
he
fully,
cheated, but apparently didn't have an affair.
Okay.
Not quite sure what that means, but that's what I've seen.
Okay.
Anyway, the darker side of magic comes to life this fall in the wizarding world of Harry Potter Hogsmeade at Universal Orlando Resort with the return of Death Eaters and the breathtaking experience Dark Arts at Hogwarts Castle. A sinister spectacle of state-of-the-art projection mapping, special effects, lighting, and more that brings awe-inspiring moments and creatures from the Harry Potter film to life on the majestic Hogwarts Castle. Dark Arts at Hogwarts Castle will run select nights September 16th through October 31st from dusk until park close in Universal's Islands of Adventure.
So they waited literally to like 2 days after we left to start it.
I know, I saw that, yeah. As darkness falls, an ominous presence will fill the land as the dark arts begin to take over the streets of Hogsmeade and cloak the stone walls of Hogwarts Castle. Guests will come face to face with Death Eaters, devoted followers of Lord Voldemort, known for their allegiance and practice of the dark arts, as they appear and eerily roam and lurk throughout Hogsmeade. Then, guests will watch as Dark Arts at Hogwarts Castle unleashes the unspeakable creatures and sinister villains of the wizarding world, including Dementors, mountain trolls, and even a visage of Lord Voldemort on Hogwarts Castle until a Patronus, the result of a powerful defense charm of concentrated happiness and hope, is produced. Guests can also shop new Dark Arts themed merchandise featuring the Dark Mark during their visit to the wizarding world of Harry Potter, including mugs, hats, lanyards, teas, and even a Death Eater mask.
I think we saw the mask, didn't we?
Yeah.
And it looked pretty cool.
Yes, it did.
Yeah, there's some pretty decent. The problem is, as we could talk about it, there's too much Harry Potter merchandise at Universal now. It's everywhere. We found that in most of the stores we went into, like even the hotel, the store at Dockside,
it's 50%.
It was 50% Potter and about 35% Halloween Horror Nights, and then little bits and bobs of other stuff. I kind of preferred it when they didn't sell Potter stuff outside of like Hogsmeade or Diagon Alley. I understand why they do, but it's everywhere and it does take over, especially with Horror Nights going on.
Yeah, I can see that point. Although I can also see where Universal probably makes the most money off of that merchandise, so I get it. And being a Potterhead, I don't mind it myself, but
yeah, it was very noticeable to us this time. I'm not complaining because there's still plenty of places to get stuff, but we wanted to get a pin or something from the hotel.
I don't even know whether they do them.
Nothing Dockside specific.
No.
And barely anything Endless Summer specific. It was virtually all Potter and Halloween Horror Nights.
Yeah, they really don't have a lot of hotel-specific merch.
They used to. All the others.
I think the other ones do. I just don't think them two do. Did we go in the Cabana Bay shop? I can't remember whether we did or not.
Briefly.
Yeah.
We had to leave, so I didn't really get to lurk.
But yeah, I still haven't seen any projection show at Hogwarts yet. I'm hoping we get to see the Christmas one.
Well, and you did see the Death Eaters, even though you were...
Very briefly.
Sick and not really caring to pay attention, but they're so cool. I just wish that we could have them during Halloween Horror Nights. Like, what the heck?
We can have it would be awesome.
Yeah, like we're allowed to have them obviously in the park, so why not bring them out during HHN?
Did you see the recent video going around of the guy who dressed up as Voldemort in the parks then, Michelle?
No.
So I don't think it went down very well with Universal.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine it would.
Because he had like full Voldemort robes on and even like a rubber mask
which
pulled
was
over
very ill-fitting.
It was really bad, but it looked pretty cool. And I saw like a TikTok of it, and I was like, is that real? And people were asking, is it real? Is it a Universal thing? Or is it just somebody... and it appeared that it was just a guest. And like in some of the groups, like someone's getting trespassed in 3, 2, 1.
Yep. For sure. Yeah, but this is super awesome. So we saw this briefly in 2019 before the pandemic hit, and it was so cool. The Death Eaters, they really interacted with the kids and everything. It was awesome.
We were watching Vincent Vision's video from yesterday, and he had a ton of so it's not just the kids as well, which I love. They'll do it with adults and stuff, and then there's like the little fireworks set up so it looks like they're actually doing magic. It is super cool, and like you say, it would be awesome to do something like that in Diagon Alley, and hopefully, because things seem to be easing off with JK's grip on what they can and can't do there, we might see that in the future, especially with the rumours going around that Comcast are buying Warner Brothers Discovery. So if they end up owning the Potter franchise from that point of view, potentially we could see a lot of new things coming.
That's crazy.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm so devastated we haven't seen this yet. Like any of them.
I know.
Yeah, and you'll miss it this time too through October 31st. So, well, bummer.
Oh, that's what I was going to say about being sick. I think Mrs. Sonia Miranda has paid to me ever being nauseous on motion sickness ever again.
For the rest of his life.
So, was it Chris brought it, didn't he?
Yeah.
So Chris brought a package over to our hotel room. I wasn't there at the time, and it came from Sonia. And we opened it up, and it was every ginger tummy sweet or anti-nausea thing, tea bags and
hard candies, tins and tins of hard candies, and
an
mints
entire box of all these things.
It was amazing. It was
nice.
it was like a magician's box. It's just like, what? It's still coming.
And spoilers, I didn't get nauseous at all on anything, and that's all. I'll leave it there till next week. But
awesome.
But thank you, Sonia.
Yes. Oh, they'll get you.
Oh yeah.
Tracy's figured she might be a little bit motion sickness now, so they'll definitely.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, it's an anomaly. It was a one-off.
Not on rides, more on a plane.
Yeah, I don't seem to get land legs again.
So we're going to try that next time. We'll be sucking those sweets all the trip over.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
We're getting old, Michelle. We're not kids anymore, you know.
I am not getting old. I ride the ride, just can't fly the plane.
I bent over to pick something up off the floor yesterday and put my back out, and I'm in agony, and it's like I have to accept.
You're going to have like the geriatric weekend in a few years.
Maybe.
We'll just sit in rocking chairs and complain.
we'll all rent scooters and go on a little train through the parks.
You weren't there. It'd be like that guy we saw flaked out on the those lounger chairs in City Walk.
Yeah,
he was absolutely. There's like wooden lounges on City Walk. There was an old guy on there. He was flat out sound asleep.
Catching flies. Yeah, but Lee pointed it out. His granddaughter was sat next to him, and she was like, "Oh my god, he's noticed."
No, I'm like, that's what I want to be. That age, this is where I want to be. Flat out on City Walk, just living my best life.
Right. I mean, that's a better place to take a nap than home.
Exactly.
Yeah. Right. Let's do some PC. Producers Club birthdays.
I mean, there will be PC, I'm sure.
Well, yes. We have a just joined. So it's a slightly belated, but at least, this one's not too far off. So on September the 12th, new producer Dave Lewis celebrated his birthday. Happy birthday, Dave.
Happy birthday, Dave.
Happy birthday.
Now, I'm sure we met Dave on his birthday. Wasn't it his birthday the day we met him?
I do believe it was.
So, Michelle, you won't know this story.
So
we had
happy
so
birthdays.
many listeners when we were over this time. So we stood about to watch Ghoulish. We got there super early. And I'm stood there, and there's this little woman there. And then her boyfriend.
Little woman.
Look, I'll tell
she was lovely.
Kim was dead, but she was stood there. I noticed her because she was tiny, bless her. And then I went to fill up my freestyle cup, and I come back, and this dude's took my spot, and I'm like, what the hell? There was nobody there when we got there, so I kind of shuffled up beside him, and he leans over after about 3 minutes and goes, "Are you Lee?" I was like, yeah. He's like, "Oh, really big fans of the podcast." And then we got chatting away.
It's still really weird every time it happened.
So we took a picture. together. Okay, Chris turned up about 20 minutes later as well. So like all three of us you see, you missed out on these. You need to be over more. It's not.
Yeah, I talked to them throughout.
Yeah,
and then we
it was
hung
their
about for a little
belated
bit,
honeymoon, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Anyway, happy birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Oh, nice.
Really, really lovely couple. I really enjoyed spending time with them. And it was nice that we actually had the excuse to loiter as well, which was good. And yes, back to birthdays. We have a little handful coming up. So on September the 28th, we have birthday twins. Ooh.
Very
see who
interesting
these birthday
people, yeah.
twins are. We have the gorgeous Claire Goodwin's birthday. Happy birthday, Claire.
I haven't spoke to Claire.
Happy birthday.
I haven't spoke to Claire in ages.
I know.
She's got
she's
a
a
baby
mommy
now.
now.
Yeah,
Little
exactly.
busy.
That's what it is.
He's gorgeous. Yeah. And, this dude. Well, I think I've seen enough of him. No, I've never. It's the amazing Kenneth Leeming's birthday. Happy birthday, Kenneth.
Happy birthday.
We bumped into Kenneth randomly so many times. Like, we were stood in line for, was it Halloween? And Raymond goes, that guy's got a Pangolin t-shirt on. Is he just a fan or is it the guy from the band? And I turn around and go, all right, Kenneth.
And didn't we just stand next to them at Ghoulish?
Oh, we did, yeah.
There's a pattern.
It was absolutely heaving at Ghoulish. We walk up the only spot somewhere near the middle, and I turned, like, I'm just looking around, not really paying attention, and there's Kenneth stood staring at me, hands on his hips, as if to say, I'm here. Are you going to say hello? So I turned around and like, oh, you don't, and then turned around and Maddie's there as well, and we're like, what are the chances of us just standing next to you guys and not even realising? It's crazy.
It was crazy.
I know. I feel like I missed out on everybody, but Weekender's coming. The Weekender's coming.
It is.
It is. So, back to birthdays, because we're not doing very well with moving on.
No.
I don't think we've got any stories for any of the others.
I think Jamie was there when we were there, but we didn't.
Spoilers? Which one?
All right.
Oh, hello. There's two.
First one.
September the 29th is a fantastic Jamie Simons.
I would say Simons.
Let me know, Jamie. It is the fantastic Jamie's birthday. Happy birthday!
Happy birthday, Jamie.
Happy birthday.
And then on October the 3rd is the lovely Devon Coleman's birthday. Happy birthday, Devon.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
And last but not least, on October the 6th is the fantabulous, I'm making up words now, the fantabulous Jamie Schiller's birthday. Happy birthday, Jamie.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Hope you all have fantastic birthdays and you get lots of cake and presents and cuddles. Yes.
Just cake.
No, presents and cuddles too.
Cuddles? Do we have to?
I had loads of cuddles, by the way.
Oh, I'm giving you loads of cuddles now when I see you. All the cuddles.
Gillian.
Oh, no.
Yeah, you done it.
Gillian just kept randomly, me and Gillian just kept randomly hugging each other throughout our RIP tour. Just like we just look at each other and go, I'll have a hug.
To be honest, when I did hug Gillian, it was to hold her up so she didn't fall over in the house.
Why, is she scared?
Oh, it was hilarious. Better than it was even funnier than going through with you.
Oh,
Put it this way, I'm not going to tell you yet which house it was, but she made an actor his pants laughing.
Edit that
we were at the front, and the people at the back of our group were going, "What the hell was he laughing at?"
Which house was it? I'm trying to think.
Not going to tell.
Now. I don't think it matters.
Weekend.
All right. I thought it was.
So funny. I came out of there. I couldn't breathe. I was laughing so hard. And I don't know whether they've been watching on the monitors, but the guys at the exit were peeing themselves.
Probably.
So funny.
Jillian, if you're listening to this, which you better be, I need you to meet me at Halloween Horror Nights.
Yes.
On either the second or third weekend of October. Thank you.
Gillian and I have very different opinions of what makes a good Halloween Horror Nights house, because nearly every house, she came out and go, oh my God, that was terrible. Like, are you kidding me? It was amazing. Oh, she'd go out, that was fantastic. And I'm like, no, it was terrible.
I just kept saying to everybody, you've got to go through behind Gillian at least once.
I don't think I did.
It was brilliant. It was brilliant. Anyway, after we've spoken about the weekend, let's talk about the weekender.
Yes, tickets are on sale. So don't forget the general admission ticket includes the welcome meeting with Chris's world famous cult juice.
No, it evaporates. It evaporates, so there won't be any. I will just have to deal with that.
Of course, we'll be having group rides on Velocicoaster, Kong, and E.T. I made Tracy ride E.T. on this last trip, by the way. And
something's missing from E.T. Something's missing.
I'm not convinced it was ever there.
It was there because I used to point it out every time.
Anyway.
But the booby alien's gone. That's fine. That was the thing that freaked me out.
Okay.
It's gone. So now I love
I
ET.
got some pictures inside. It was great. It kept breaking down. And also, you'll have a chance to be part of our Bow Pick a Bow Bow and be on the podcast. And of course, we will have our ever-present Men in Black competition with prizes. I'm already researching prizes at this point.
Are we having a prize for worst? Because I might win then.
No. I think, to be fair, I might win that.
No, you are going backwards in your score.
Very much.
That's what you get for riding without me.
We'll get to that next week.
7 times.
Shut up, your spoilers.
I'm just still impressed you guys split up.
Oh,
I'm proud of you for that.
It was inevitable.
We will. You'll hear it happened more than you will have expected. To be quite honest,
I'm proud of you for that. I begged you guys to do that in February of 2020.
Yeah, we learned a lot.
You wouldn't.
We learned a lot of things on that trip.
Yeah.
Yes. As well as the general ticket, don't forget our add-on experience, which is a private 3-course lunch at Vivo with a chance to ask the 4 of us anything you like.
That's worrying.
This takes place on Sunday at noon. And it, like it said, a 3-course. So it's appetizer, entree, and dessert and drink. And it's a great price considering you're getting all of that and a Q&A with us.
Well, just being able to be in Vivo with just our group is awesome.
Yeah, it's completely closed to everyone but our group. So
I'm excited for this.
Yeah.
Of course, never.
But if we don't sell enough tickets, we won't get to do it.
Exactly.
No, and then I'll be disappointed people. So buy those tickets. Come and have dinner with me.
So we need you guys to join us for that for sure, or it won't take place. So
don't say that.
Yes.
And there is also the 2022 Seekender Challenge, our Universal Orlando scavenger hunt, which is being set by the Unofficial Guide's very own Seth Kabursky. This is also an add-on to your general admission ticket. Create your own team. And if you are a solo traveller, fear not.
There is a group.
Of solo travellers to set up a team.
I love that, by the way.
Yes, that's the community.
Yes.
Test your universal knowledge and win some prizes.
Yes.
Whoop.
Yeah, this was a huge hit in 2019.
So much fun.
This year's going to have, we've mentioned it before, a different component. We were working a little bit on it yesterday. There was some confusion. I was banging my head off my laptop last night trying to get across
it was hilarious.
to Michelle and Chris, trying to understand what was going on. I was
Sorry.
I'm surprised where you picked, to be fair, in the end. And Chris, to be honest.
Really? You're surprised where I picked?
Yeah, I expected you to go the opposite of what I picked.
Oh, okay. Understood.
I don't think it was any great surprise where I picked.
No, well, you've already said that, haven't you?
Yeah. I have ideas.
I'm getting there.
The problem is I can only do one thing and I've got about 7 ideas.
Right. Well, so this year's Seekender, in 2019, it was all basically trivia based, trying to hunt down things in the parks and answer the questions. This year, although we're going to do that, we're also having some task-based I don't want to say they're questions, but task-based challenges as well that will earn you points.
That will involve the 4 of us. And you will need to find the 4 of us.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's hide and seek.
That's the bit I'm most looking forward to.
It's hide and seekender.
Haha.
It's the hide and seekender.
We should do that one.
Oh, Tracy.
That's what I'm here
You're
for.
so good at this.
I know. I have no other talents. That's it.
Just coming up with names for stuff. Yeah.
Oh, park-wide hide and seek.
You'd be there all day. That'd be the entire weekend.
I'm good.
If you're that good, it's when you got a person who comes that you don't like and you just go, just leave them.
How about park-based tag?
That would be interesting.
Capture the flag.
Anyway, it's not Halo.
I haven't played Halo in years.
Capture the flag would be fun too,
wouldn't it?
Woo-hoo-hoo.
Oh, see. Seekender Part 3, Weekender Part 3.
You need to do it in Epic Universe when people don't know the lay of the land, so it's even more interesting.
Yes.
Wait, can we hide in Volcano Bay?
No.
Damn it.
That doesn't sound like a good idea.
Right. So for these teams, it can be anywhere from 2 to 6 players in a team.
Yes.
So feel free. We did have some teams last year who kind of dwindled down to 1 or 2 players. And I think some people prefer to play it on their own. That's fine. And some people prefer a group. So you can create your own team how you like. And like they said, if you want to join, there are some other solo people coming to the Weekender who are happy to gather together with you. So
Yeah, I'll have to put something out because I think they're all in the producers club, so I'll have to somehow kind of connect that with the main Facebook page somehow. Because I think everyone who's done a solo, like who's joined together as solos at the moment, are all in the producers club. So we'll
just get them to write in the event page.
Yeah. Yes, that's a good idea.
Yeah, that is a good idea.
All right. Yeah. So the general admission ticket, the Seekender, and Vivo lunch can all be purchased by going to UUOP Weekender 2022.eventbrite.com.
And that's BRITE, just in case you don't want to spell it. Because that was the issue I had the first few times I was trying to go to it. Like, why is he not coming? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah. And finally,
this is the thing I'm most looking forward to.
Yeah. We can announce that tickets for the Progressive Water Taxi dining experience are available, people. Now, spaces are very limited, but it will include a drink at Hard Rock's Velvet Lounge, an appetizer at Royal Pacific's Orchid Court, which I'm very excited about, an entree at Portofino's Mamadella's, and dessert at Sapphire Falls Strongwater Tavern.
And probably some rum.
And rum. Tickets for that are set at $135. What does that include?
All of that and gratuities.
So that ticket price will get you all of your food, and your gratuities are included in that. So you just have to turn up. Once you've paid your ticket, you turn up. You don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, and it's a full night. It starts at 5. Michelle's put it as 10 o'clock. I said, there's no way that's
it'll go on.
10 o'clock.
It'll go on to the wee small hours probably.
What time does Strongwater Tavern close?
Ending at Strongwater, I think they close at like 2 a.m. or something.
Yeah,
so.
I can see us being there till the bitter end.
Now, as I say, spaces are extremely limited for this. Because we have to fit into a water taxi and we don't want to overload restaurants. So you want to get in on this? Email Michelle at portkeyvacations.net.
Yep, and we've already sold about 50% of available spaces. So email me quickly if you are wanting in on this.
We are very excited about this.
I'm really looking forward to it. It was the thing when we started to plan the weekend and that Michelle came out with, I think we should do that. I was like, that is absolute genius.
Yeah. Now, are we doing just a light dress code for this, like casual smart?
I think so.
Be nice.
If you want to. We can't force people, can we?
I don't know. I could try.
Yep. Also, if you are coming, or even if you're not coming, because I know someone who has, the Weekender shirts are available. Just email us at podcast@uuopodcast.com with the title Weekender shirt and let us know if you want one and what size you want. They are available in small through to 4XL. And if you go to our Facebook event page, you can have a look what they look like, and they are pretty cool. And
I know. Big
shout out to Tracy and Ian Kaufman for coming up with the design. I love the design. It's
all
awesome.
Ian.
Yeah.
All Ian. Sizes, from what I'm understanding, the sizing is just standard sizing. It's just standard American.
I mean, again, what that means, who knows, but...
Like, there's not a difference between a female cut and a man's shirt. They're just the unisex.
Yeah, I think it's unisex. On request, there are, what they're called, tanks available.
Okay.
Just t-shirts, but if you really want a tank, we can arrange that, but we do need to know as well.
Cool.
So, yes.
There you go, Weekender. Oh, and we haven't even mentioned it. The dates are December 2nd through December 4th.
Oh, they are,
better mention that.
Yeah. So we start with evaporating drinks and ending with evaporating drinks.
It's going to be... Yeah. Chris is going to be by the end of that night. You might be as well, to be fair.
So will I. By the end of the night, by the end of just saying hello to everybody, I will be.
Everyone's going to be trying to force fruity daiquiris down my throat. I'll have to have plenty of... We're going for breakfast at Islands that morning, aren't we? Shut the face.
Yes.
Right.
So I'm going to need to stick some macadamia pancakes down my neck that morning to soak it up.
And breakfast potatoes.
You're going to have to eat your breakfast potatoes.
I will.
There you go, Weekender. Yeah. People, we want to see you.
Yes. It was a blast last time. It's going to be even better this time.
Yes, it is.
And we've had our precursor, like I say, by meeting all the listeners that we've met during our recent trip. I want to meet more now. Mm-hmm. I've kind of got a taste for it. I like it.
You like fame? Is it going to your head?
It's not the fame. I don't like. I want to see them as much as they like to see us, to be fair.
Yes, hang on. That reminds me. Hang on. Right, people. I have a bone to pick with some of you.
God, this probably should have waited till next week, but go on.
No, I've got a bone to pick. I have found out that some of you saw us in the park and didn't come over. Why?
Bobby Healy and
Bobby
Chris
Healy.
Boggs are looking
I
at
swear to
specifically
God, I'm
here.
coming down to London and we're having words. Sir, we said we were going to meet and you didn't come and see me, so
Chris Boggs
very
was
upset
in
with you.
Toothsome at the same time as us,
No.
saw us and didn't come over. And I'm like,
Why?
you should have just come over.
Why? If you
Well, I mean, that was nice. He saw you were with your family and didn't
No.
want to interrupt.
Oh, I see my family all the time, sod them.
Exactly.
I want to see my new friends. I came home with so many new friends on Instagram. It's untrue, I did.
Right.
Oh,
I will tell you a story next week, Michelle, about an interaction between Tracy and
Hi,
someone who
Genevieve.
wasn't even a listener. I was confused to all hell with what was going on. It was quite amusing.
Brilliant.
But we'll get there.
Brilliant.
Anyway.
In fact, she needs to be a listener because me and Grace need her on board with our new project. Hi, Grace.
Yes.
Sorry, said a bit of a friends first.
A quick plug. We were going to play. We do have 2 Bow Picker Bow Bows.
But we need to wait.
But we need to wait because we need Chris here, and that's all I'm going to say.
Very important.
So,
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
please get more in. We didn't go. I think I said that last week.
No, we
It's
had
the plan to go first night when we go back.
We had to prioritise the kids, and Jade really wanted.
Tater tots from Green Eggs.
Yeah,
I mean,
and there was only one chance to get them left, so it had to be that.
So yeah, when you've been to Bend the Bow, rate them. One being ugh. Which way is it?
But
Is it?
yeah,
And then 5 being.
Oh, hell yeah.
I had to question myself there, and then send them into podcast@uopodcast.com.
yes. Also, take a photograph of yourself with them.
That's a good idea.
And it obviously gives permission, and we'll put it on Instagram and some of the social media pages because it's fun to share.
Yes,
So, yes.
you can tell we haven't done a news show in such a long time. I have no idea what's going on.
All
It's
right.
not little things, by the way, because Seth's in New York.
Well, you've just ruined my segue.
What?
Shut up! I was going to say, speaking of social media,
Go on then.
recently a British TikToker posted a video showing how expensive they found a one-day visit to Universal Orlando, and we thought it would be something interesting to discuss. So here's the audio from the TikTok, and we'll be back in a minute to discuss it.
Would have to be British, wouldn't there?
Guess how much we spent one day Universal Studios Florida. Wait till the end, you ain't gonna believe it. This is us getting breakfast at Wendy's first of all, which was $21. Then we paid for parking at Universal, $27. This is me getting a refillable drink, which was immediately spilled. That was $19. Me meeting King Julian, my absolute hero. Then we got lunch, which was $62. Got some burgers and yummy fries. This is the only souvenir we bought all day at Harry Potter World, $42 plus the pen. Then later in the afternoon we got ice cream and fake smiles. This is $19, and I got a coffee because I was fading fast by that point, $4. These are cool dudes outside the Fast and Furious ride. Then we paid for dinner, not too bad, $34 at Burger King, and oh my god, you guys, $483 for the tickets and $396 for the passes. I ain't waiting around at any queues with a 6-year-old. Would you have paid that? Total of £1,113 and dollars, I should say, and 40 cents.
Before we all jump, Harry Potter World, let's just leave it at that.
I have questions. How many people?
4.
How long for?
A day, that's a day.
That was a day.
You said you would never believe how much we spent on one day at Universal Studios Florida.
Sorry, but I would. And actually, I've got questions.
So let me just bring this up.
Wait.
Right? The reason I brought this up, I wasn't going to because I'd seen it kicking around, and I kind of I don't want to, because they might listen, and I don't want to say anything too bad. But it was brought up, and I'll give them a shout out because they give us a shout out nearly every week. The Universal Family Podcast kind of brought it up on theirs last week.
Awesome.
So I thought, it's quite interesting to discuss because they've painted a day at Universal to be this incredibly expensive experience. And they started off at Wendy's, which isn't even at Universal.
Can I interject with, you will crap your pants if you go to Disney then. Carry on.
True.
Yeah. Yeah, that's one of my questions is, Wendy's? Don't think that's on property.
Yeah.
And why go to Wendy's for breakfast? It's a burger place.
And
for
they went
goodness
to
sake.
Burger King for lunch.
Do you know, why did they go to IHOP? They'd have had a better breakfast. And Burger King, you are British. We have Burger King everywhere. Eat somewhere, have a new experience, for goodness sake. Sorry.
I'm assuming the ice cream was in Diagon Alley for $19. That sounds expensive. I don't remember paying that much
For
for
4
it.
people, no, that's about right.
I don't think that's bad.
About $5 a person.
Yeah, I don't think that's bad at all. Not for like hard pack and then a specialist soft serve.
So basically the reason for bringing this up was they painted the picture. What? You'd have to put your finger up. Michelle can't see you.
No, it's for you. and it was a middle finger.
It's not.
So also $4 for a coffee. Yeah, no, that's actually standard. That's quite cheap.
From Starbucks.
I know, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah,
that's
that was
cheap.
like
What did you get?
Just get a really small one. Sorry, I'm just being... Yeah, carry on.
So the reason I wanted to bring it... Obviously, we are theme park veterans at this point. We're supposed to be the experts in inverted commas, whatever you call those things, right? And they're trying to paint this day trip to Universal as being the most ridiculously expensive thing. That it basically costs them about $800, not including food, anything, for just express passes, by the way, not fast passes, and their tickets, right? So $800 sounds ridiculous, right? It is. It's crazy.
Yeah, but with forward planning, you can actually make that a little cheaper.
Who goes for one day?
Idiots.
And that was going to be my point. So with all theme parks, especially Universal, the more, if you can make a full vacation out of it, it's cheaper.
Exactly.
One day is always less bang for your buck because the more days you add on, the cheaper the per day price gets.
Yeah, well, the thing is, so a theme park knows that you've got one visit and they need to get as much money out of you possible on that one visit, which is why they make multiple trips cheaper, because they know you're going to potentially spread your money more over the course of those days. So they go, you're only coming for one day. We need to maximize how much money we can get you to part with.
Yeah.
Well, and also a big thing with a family of 4, I would have, as her travel agent, I would have entirely recommended we book her at least one night in a Premier hotel, even though she only wanted to do one day.
Yeah.
A family of 4, it's cheaper to pay for that one night at a Premier hotel than it is to buy express passes for 4 people.
Exactly.
See, obviously they don't listen to the show because they would have known that.
Yeah, we've been preaching that since the very first episode of this podcast.
It's no brainer.
Right.
What was it she said about having a 6-year-old?
She wouldn't stand in lines with a 6-year-old.
I mean, to be fair, I wouldn't either. That's just because I don't like 6-year-olds. But
it is expensive a one-day ticket.
Hang on. But she's British. She'd go to Thorpe Park and do that.
I'm just looking at Alton Towers.
She'd go to Alton Towers.
Nowhere near as expensive.
I'm talking about stand in line. You stand in long lines over there.
No, you can get express pass for there.
No, but we do that. We do standing in line over here a lot. We're very good at it. We're British. So if you do it here, you'll do it there.
Yeah, but it wouldn't cost you that much. That's the difference.
No, I think
I'm just looking at
but also, hang on. Also, our theme parks are nowhere near the value that Universal are. You're paying for quality rides and shows and actually pretty decent food and a lot of employees, and
they went to Wendy's and Burger King.
And I like Wendy's. Don't get me wrong. I like Wendy's, but when you've got all of City Walk and all of those amazing places to eat, and you go to 2 generic places.
Well, and I mean, the places that she went, she would have paid that anywhere she was. That's not a Universal expense. Your family has to eat. So whether you were at Universal or at home and just wanted to pick up Burger King, you're going to pay for that for your
So that was a
meal
question.
Anyway.
Sorry, that was a question I was going to ask then, Michelle. Is Burger King the same price, like outside of the parks, as it is inside the parks?
For a family of 4 to be $30?
Yeah. So,
but the thing is, they could have fed themselves somewhere else for that.
Right. But my point is that I wouldn't consider those Universal expenses. Like,
no,
you got to eat. You're going to eat, whether you. That doesn't really. If you go above and beyond, like if she had done Mythos,
yes,
I could see adding that into the cost of Universal, because that is a price that you wouldn't normally pay for a meal out with your family.
I would. So having gone to Mythos recently, again, we'll get onto that next week. I will state what I've said about Mythos for a very long time. It's not as expensive as people think it is. We paid more at Cowfish.
But it's still more expensive than Burger King.
Oh, of course.
I did pick the most expensive thing on the menu at Cowfish, to be fair.
Or going to somewhere like Burger Digs or somewhere like that. Yeah, it's not a Mythos. It's not a Toothsome. It's not a Big Fire. But it's weird what they're trying to. It's like we put all this we did ice cream and had a coffee and we had this and we had that. And then guys, the price of the tickets and this was ridiculous.
So like Michelle says, eating aside, because you've got to do it. And you're going to go to a theme park on a hot summer's day with kids. You're going to have an ice cream. So that's automatically factored in. So you shouldn't be complaining about that either, because that's what you do. And you have drinks. So she had a coffee.
They're the only drinks they had, because I noticed she didn't complain. So, spoilers again.
Didn't she get a freestyle cup or something?
Did she mention? And she didn't mention that, I don't think. And that's the interesting thing. So we did get the freestyle cups this time. Spoilers, we'll go on about it a bit more.
Oh, yeah.
Best value in the parks by a mile.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I will never go back again, having got them this time round.
Yep.
So her main complaint was how much the day tickets are. So there was like, what, $483, did she say, for 4 one-day tickets? 120-ish each.
What? That's not bad. Was that a one park or a two park?
I assume it was one, because everywhere she talked about was in Universal Studios Florida.
Oh, you picked the wrong park for the first.
No, that sounds like a little much for a base ticket.
But again, who buys a one-day ticket? If you
rock up on the day, you're always going to pay a premium price. This is where forward planning comes in. Like
Michelle's already said, you negate your express pass by getting a hotel. We've preached that for long enough. Go for more days. You know, if you go to any exhibit anyway, it doesn't even need to be a theme park, a museum, whatever it might be, multiple days, you're going to pay less than you are for a one day, or not like per day. Do
you know what? They've obviously travelled in. They're not staying on site, obviously. If money is that tight, because you already knew what you're going to be, like, they must have had a very good idea what the ticket price is going to be. If money's that tight, there's a multitude of places to go and buy food, do a picnic and bring it in.
Michelle, did Disney offer...
go and have a picnic in the park.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
In the park.
Does Disney offer what?
Anything as the equivalent of Express Pass.
Just the Genie Plus, but I wouldn't call it at all equivalent.
So there's nothing that allows you to skip 90% of the lines in the like Universal does.
No,
right? So again, going back to our recent trip, we were going to go to Hollywood Studios, and the reason we didn't was because it was going to cost us, we worked this out, I think it was something like $450 to get in, might have even been more, then $60 to guarantee getting on Rise of the Resistance, and that's just that one ride.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't factor food in or anything, or an Uber there and back, so we were talking like $550, something like that, just to go for a one day at the probably crappiest Disney park at this point, and then not even have the benefit that they're getting at Universal of being able to express pass onto every ride. We've just done that for one, and that's cost you $60, which is ridiculous. So, like Tracy said right at the beginning, it's like if you think that's expensive, you're gonna crap yourself when you go down to Disney.
Yep,
I just think the kind of the discussion I wanted to bring up is it expensive, and do we just accept it because it's what we love, it's what we should accept, or is it not expensive?
I think the term expensive obviously is relative.
Yep.
So $1 is worth more to some people than others.
Mm-hmm.
I'm one of those people, because I'm obsessed with it, I'm pretty much never going to be priced out. It's always going to be a priority for me.
Yeah.
But there are some people who think it's very expensive. However, especially living where I live, college sports is a very big deal.
Mm-hmm.
Major League Baseball is a very big deal, and concerts are a very big deal. So those people that I've had conversations with, they're like, how are you, how can you spend that much money on a theme park, over and over again? But then they'll go and they'll drop $200 on a concert ticket.
Yep.
For one person, per ticket. And a concert lasts maybe 4 hours if you're lucky, but they're usually closer to 2 or 3.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So $200 for 2 or 3 hours of entertainment versus $120 for 10 hours of entertainment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like over here, like if someone went down to Wembley to watch an England game, if it was in a competitive game, you could easily drop £150, £200, and it's 90 minutes.
Yeah,
exactly. Same with a baseball game. I would love to go watch a Braves baseball game, but a decent ticket to one of those games is outrageous. I mean, if I don't want to be up in the nosebleeds, it's over $200 a ticket.
Well, when I was planning to go to Wembley to see BTS just before the pandemic hit, I was going 2 days, and now Lee's going to shout at me in a minute. I was budgeted.
Thank you, COVID.
I was budgeting to drop £350 just on two tickets.
Jesus.
Right.
Well, one was in the nosebleeds, and that I was doing that so I could
love that
afford
term,
to have.
by the way, and Tracy obviously does.
Well, I've been up there. It's nosebleeds. That was the plan. First night up there, second night, really good.
Yeah, I remember you saying that at the time.
But that to me is, I will pay that money. It's like Michelle says, the value is relative to what, the value you place in it. I know that I've probably come across as quite harsh in my reactions.
No, because we're theme park people. We see people who come in and try and disparage what we love as absolute idiots and tools.
But it's not just that, but when you've got a kid as well, you've got kids, you've got a responsibility as a parent to manage expectations, and that means doing your due diligence and doing your research so you know what's in your budget. And really, if this place wasn't in their budget, they should have gone to a cheaper place. They should have gone to another park.
We've always said, haven't we? It's like if you're going to scrimp and scrape when you're there, maybe put it off a year until you can afford to go. Like we went this time. I said to you, Michelle, before we started, like, you know how tight I am. Anyone who knows me knows I am tight. Like, I do not like spending money at home. But when I go to Florida, I don't want to think about money. And I didn't this time, and we still brought money back. And I didn't take an extortionate amount of spending money. Obviously, our tickets, we already had our annual passes. We stayed at Dockside. We bought our SeaWorld tickets. We had to Uber a few times when we were there. That was all.
That wasn't bad.
That went all on the credit card, so that didn't come out. So our spending money was literally for food and merch. Basically, that was
food and fun.
And we had a $75 a day per person budget, and we brought nearly $600 back with us, and we spent like there's no tomorrow.
Yeah.
And we had some expensive meals, as you will find out when you come back next week, because we'll talk about it a bit more. But we went to some. we did some high end meals. This, toothsome, mythos, cowfish. We did the burger digs and the hot dog Hall of Fame, and those green eggs and ham meals as well. But
that's some standouts though.
I get why people go, like, when you on the face of what she said, like $800 for one day without food or anything else, you go, holy crap, that is expensive.
I think the problem is I'm coming at it from I've always been, if I've got something negative to say, especially when we're on the show,
I'm going to come out and say it.
No, yeah, I will. But then we all do it. We then try and find something positive to talk about as well, or a way to balance it. And this was all negativity. I think that's what got my back up, because there must have been
she
things
didn't
they
say
enjoyed.
Anything about what she got for her buck.
No,
exactly.
And it's like,
this is the problem with social media. People are using it as a platform just to whinge, and I'm sick of whinging people.
I don't felt like she whinged too much, but I do wonder why she felt the need. What the purpose behind it was. Like, you look at the Russia Fear passes this year. So, yeah, getting into Universal is expensive. Even the annual passes and everything are relatively expensive. But you look at that Russia Fear pass, it was $129, gives you 20 nights at Halloween Horror Nights. Chris and Alexa views pretty much every night of those. So it's cost them like $6 or $7 a night to go to Halloween Horror Nights. It's mental.
To be honest,
awesome.
If she'd eaten at other places that are like what I would class as proper places to eat, she could have added $200 onto that easily. Obviously people do have to budget, but there's a balance.
I just don't understand the purpose behind posting that TikTok.
And if you listen, I'm really sorry, but I really strongly disagree with the way it was just presented, because
I don't understand the reasoning behind it.
No.
Like, yes, a one day visit is expensive. Like, as we explained, why it's expensive. Do theme parks nickel and dime? Of course they do.
Of course they do. It's a business. It's up to you whether you're going to accept it or not. And if you're not, go somewhere else.
Yeah.
Yeah. If it's not something that is important to you, then don't spend the money.
Exactly.
Go spend it on something else. But like you knew going into it that it's not like you showed up and you were like, oh my goodness, these tickets are expensive.
Yeah.
Like you saw them online when you went to buy them. So
this is exactly why we don't do Disney, because we're not prepared.
Right. So if you didn't want to go, you didn't have to go.
People have a choice.
But if you want to go and you need to do it on a low budget, there are people out there and podcasts out there and travel agents out there who can help you figure that out and make it a little less hard on the wallet.
And if the thing is, though, if you're on a budget as well, it's not the theme park's fault.
Right.
No, we did a whole episode on how to save money at Universal Orlando not that long ago.
Yep.
Right. Go and do that.
I could say so much more, but
I'd
get cancelled.
So just to wrap this up, I'm sure we'll talk about it more next week. I know Stuart Mallet and I have had conversations how worried he was going over this year, looking at how strong the pound, like the dollar is against the pound.
Today it's been bad.
And everybody's saying, oh my God, Florida's so much more expensive than it was. Again, going off the back of how tight I am, I never felt it was more expensive than any time we've been previously.
I think that the inflation there has gone up in line with our inflation here.
I never went, Jesus, that's more expensive than it was last time. Or, I mean, yes, we had our annual pass. I've got 10% discount.
Beg to differ. We both went, how much for a pressed penny?
Yeah.
Disgusting.
I remember.
And also,
like 50
hang on,
cents.
soapbox, disgusting that you don't get to put your coins in yourself. Half the experience is gone now. And I only found two that were crankshaft. Disgusting.
Especially
not very
when
happy.
You've got all those pennies and quarters that Sonia gave you, now can't use them.
I know, I had to change them. And I only bought like 24 this time. Disgusted.
But it wasn't noticeably...
You bought 24.
Yeah.
It wasn't noticeably more expensive than any trip we've had previously to me. And I'm like, I would be looking over my shoulder at how much money we spent and we didn't at all.
Yeah. I could have spent more if the stuff had been in stock.
I mean, that's true.
Yeah. Halloween Horror Nights merch. Oh,
I could have bought it all, to be fair.
I know.
Michelle, be prepared to go into debt. This year's merch is amazing.
I kind of already had. I made Maddie buy me a bunch of stuff because I was afraid it was going to go out of stock.
We managed to find like the only Lil Boo Christmas ornament we could find.
Yeah.
Because there's not many of them about.
And then the last day I saw loads.
Really?
They'd restocked.
So I got I got my glass and I got the checky shirt with the Every Day's Halloween on, and I was quite happy with that.
I got the best souvenir of all. And nobody else has got one. I got the best one. I'm not telling you what it is, but I got the best one.
All right.
I know what it is. Rub it in. Rub it in.
Oh, I am.
I got my glasses broken by Mike Aiello. That was the souvenir I got. We'll talk about that more next week. Anyway, let's wrap this bugger up.
Aye.
Because I want to talk about our trip.
Where are we? I'm lost now.
Down the bottom.
Is it Michelle?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's me.
Oh.
Wait.
I didn't
my
know
dog's
either.
in my way now. All right. As always, we'll be doing our UUOP listeners' house rankings. So if you are going, drop us an email with the 10 houses in order from your favorite to least favorite to podcast@uuopodcast.com.
We've had quite a few in already. I'm interested because, like I say, for me, there should be only one winner, and there should only be one number 1 and one number 10.
Well, it can only be one number 1.
There will, but it shouldn't be. I think everyone. I'll be very surprised if. Anyway.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting.
It's killing me that we can't talk about it.
The year that it is, it's going to be very interesting. Right, well, that is going to do it. We are going to wrap up another UUOP with a Universal Is, and this one comes from Jonathan Coombs. But of course, if you'd like to get involved, just let us know what you think Universal is in 3 words or less, and send them to podcast@uuopodcast.com, or however you want to get them to us. Preferably email, am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But for this episode, Jonathan says, Universal is better than Disney. Couldn't agree more. Good night.
That was another episode of the Unofficial Universal Orlando Podcast, the best and only podcast about Universal Orlando on the island. Check us out on social media on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and Pinterest. Just search UUO Podcast. For all the podcasts, news, and articles, check out our blog at UUOpodcast.com. Contact us at podcast@UUOpodcast.com. Join the Producers Club by emailing us at UUOPproducers@gmail.com. Listen and subscribe to the podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, and everywhere else podcasts are found. Check out our friends, the Theme Park Duo, for all your other theme park news, and email Michelle at portkeyvacations.net to book your next trip. So until next time, this is Amity 6, Call Off the Marines, we're coming home.